Troisième loop. Troisième loop et est-ce que le chalet sombre de plus en plus ou rien à voir? Il sombre de plus en plus. Mais il n'a toujours pas sombré entièrement. C'est bon, on a l'arbalète, rien ne peut nous arriver. Une page. Ah, les nouveaux balais, c'est vrai qu'on a oublié. Mais c'est quoi ce Golgoth? Super. Reste à distance. Bon, ça a l'air plutôt ok avec ça comme arme. Ah, les carreaux explosent le... Je pensais que ça traversait, mais en fait non, ça fait vraiment mal. Ça enlève l'ombre.
Odin Anderson, old gods of Asgard. I still don't quite know what to make of them. I know they used to be rock stars who modeled their
Ils vont
stage
débarquer, ça va être
personas after Norse
des
gods.
vrais dieux nordiques.
I know they're old. I know that in their day they fought the darkness as I do. I know they're demented and insane, ravaged by age and self-abuse. But there's something in them, something powerful that took hold when they were touched by the powers beyond. A thing that goes far beyond just stage names. Something godlike.
Aïe aïe aïe, qu'est-ce qu'ils vont nous sortir encore avec les vieux? Les vieux qu'on adore, hein, mais même s'ils ont perdu la boule. Et qu'ils ont attaqué une infirmière au marteau. Canyon.
Right on cue, bubbling to the surface from untold depths, the horrors come. The emerging monsters do not expect the warm reception that has already been prepared for them.
Ah, je le fais direct? Genre on ne va pas voir... Pas besoin d'aller chercher la batterie ou quoi? Et si on va voir ça, on va voir Sam d'abord. Sam, ça s'appelait? Emma. Allons voir Emma. Ça fait 2 fois qu'elle meurt au même endroit, faudrait peut-être lui dire d'aller ailleurs qu'au putain de motel. Justement, en plus, tout s'éteint. Est-ce que c'est pas parce qu'on fait cracher le satellite qu'il n'y a plus de courant et du coup elle meurt? Encore les Old Gold?
Getting the Andersons into the recording studio was a struggle and a half. But once they actually picked up the instruments, something happened. They were 2 old men, and they weren't. They were doddering bags of bone, and they were barely contained power. And there was music. Barry rubbed his hands together. He knew how to pick a winner. Now all they needed was some direction on how to make things a little more modern. Barry had never produced a thing in his life, but he knew what he liked. He knew Balance Slays the Demon was going to be a hit.
Mitraillette.
Wake, is that you? I set everything up for you at the oil field.
Thanks. Just checking on you.
Ah, c'est tout? Déception. Combien on est? Est-ce qu'on aura assez? Est-ce qu'on aura 40 pages pour la prochaine map? C'est parfait. Pile poil. Emma et Monsieur Grincement. Ah, on a du news.
Emma wasn't sure exactly when the man arrived at the motel. But from what she could tell, the party started almost immediately. It was infectious, spreading from one room to another. He was mercurial, almost as if he was flickering through the scene, telling a joke here, throwing an insult there, oozing sex and violence and excitement. She had never seen someone like this before. He looked at her and smiled, and she felt her heart flutter a little. She knew he was the kind of man mothers warn their daughters about, but she told herself it didn't matter.
Nous avons les 40 pages. Il y a un peu plus de téloche.
So I've been thinking about Barry.
I don't know what to do about him yet.
Salut, danse.
Salut Didou, comment ça va?
Al? Al? Ugh, little parasite. Your best friend. Really? That's the best you can do.
Et toi, ça va, on est en train de continuer
I don't like the guy. He's a plucky little
la
bugaboo.
petite suite d'Alan Wake.
He plays the clown. That's a hard road to take.
Très bonne surprise, je m'attendais pas à ça.
But I don't need him sticking his fat face in my business. Did you know he's been hanging out with the sheriff? That
Allez!
shitty little town? They keep in touch. Barry's about the only guy who insists that you're not dead. How about that?
Il s'est renversé du whisky. Ordure. Il a
I
gâché.
might keep him alive for a while. Just to see him go to pieces when I fire his ass. Yeah. Yeah.
Mais personne ne croira que tu es le vrai Alan Wake, t'es trop un connard. Rien que les gens qui nous connaissent pas font la différence, alors... Ça va et toi? Bah écoute, ça va au top Didou, qu'est-ce que tu racontes de beau? T'es pas avec le bof? Hop, hop. Est-ce qu'on continue de chercher des pages? Ou est-ce qu'on va tomber dessus, fatalement? Les zones sont... Oh, faudrait qu'on retourne dans le... dans la mine et tout. Oh, la flemme! Allons nous occuper directement de... l'explosion! Non, moi j'étais à la cuisine! Allez, ça fait la cuisine. Ça prépare de quoi de bon à manger? Donne faim au chat. Donne faim à YouTube. Toujours les mêmes trucs. Allez, avance. On n'avait pas allumé les lumières? Allez, allez, fais tout péter! Entre quoi on va tomber comme ennemi cette fois? Couscous, mousse au chocolat, samosa ou mousse? Aïe 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 aïe. Le démon. Troisième DMCA. Bam. Ah là 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 là. Allez, on se casse, on s'enfuit. Ah là 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 là. Na 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 na. Let's go. Allons sauver Emma. Donc il n'y a pas de gros Golgoth avec leur scie. Ils prennent 3 arbalètes. Le jeu est ultra simple. Ah. C'est pas un sale bâtard. Voilà. Quand on parle du loup. Oh, ils prennent 3 coups d'arbalète ces ordures. Ok. Il y avait une radio dans ce niveau mais je sais plus où est-ce qu'elle est. La 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 la.
Is it bad that this time I just went, oh, he's gonna be right along to save my ass?
Ça va, je suis là, je suis là.
As long as I show up, I guess.
Allez. Cette fois-ci.
Clear now.
Cette fois-ci, on reste avec elle.
Yeah, thanks for saving me again. I'd hate to die before I'm scheduled to be murdered.
I guess I have you to thank for setting everything up at the oil derrick.
Yeah, well, I figured that if we were going to go over this again, we might as well try to be smart about it, huh?
I appreciate it. You took a big chance doing that. You okay?
What do you think? I've died twice. I remember everything pretty clearly now. You said I was gonna be okay.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, it's not your fault. I think one of those, what did you call them? The takers? I think they did something to the power and they got me that way.
I'm sorry.
I
Ah.
got the keys from the dead guy in that room. And I'm not handing them over until you do something about this. I'm sick of getting killed.
Fair enough.
Du coup, c'est nous qui allons la tuer pour récupérer les clés.
You seem calmer now.
I tried freaking out. It didn't do much good for me. I guess you get used to the craziest stuff.
On entend... Comment ça, on n'entend rien?
Plus, I figured I'd take the edge off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Those herbal supplements are pretty good, huh?
Oh yeah.
Faut allumer le son. J'ai vu que la voix off de la fille, elle est chantée. Mais non.
I wanted to try to explain things to you now since you're calmer, but maybe this isn't the best time after all.
Oh shit, yeah. Better not get all metaphysical on me now. Seriously, I'm like 2 sentences away from thinking how we could all be like atoms on God's skin or something.
Or figments of somebody's imagination?
Wow. I'm just gonna try to chill out and not think about that or getting murdered or anything, if you're cool with that.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. C'est juste un peu bas par rapport à tout à l'heure. Ah bah la musique était vachement forte, mais c'était un moment unique dans le jeu. Maintenant, c'est ok. Sauver Emma en prenant le contrôle des fusibles. Ou de l'autre côté. Comment on peut prendre le contrôle des fusibles? Wow, l'ordure. Arrière maintenant. Voilà, c'est fait. Voilà, c'est bon. Pourquoi tu l'emmènes pas avec toi,
I
espèce de
really
tocard?
don't think they can get to the power now.
Thank you. That's a relief. Here's the keys that you needed.
Thank you.
Hey, I have to tell you, at the diner, I went there with him. The guy who looks like you, okay? I know I said that I didn't.
Yeah, I figured. Want to talk about what happened at the diner?
There was this guy from the observatory, and he just attacked the poor dude, smashed his face into the tabletop a bunch of times. It was horrible. I didn't know that he was gonna do that. I swear. And I just ran. I just left him there. I didn't even try to help.
There was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault.
Well, he's dead in that motel room now, so excuse me if I feel pretty shitty about it anyway.
You shouldn't blame yourself.
I just didn't want to get involved. I have this tendency to just drop everything and run. I don't think I'm a bad person, but I didn't even call the cops. I'm such a coward.
If you'd called the cops, we'd have dead cops. He's not human. Do you understand? It's not your fault.
But I could have tried to stop him.
Believe me, if you
Je
had,
serais morte aussi.
you'd be dead.
Et ça veut pas comprendre.
You seem to be doing a little better now.
Yeah, I guess it just got easier once I got this thing off my chest. I just feel so guilty about it, especially because I didn't pick up on any of the warning signs. I just really liked hanging out with him, you know? He was smart and charming and funny and hot. The way you could be, I guess.
I guess.
What's the deal with this guy anyway? He looks like you, he uses your name. Why does he do this stuff?
I'm not sure myself. Maybe he's just evil or my dark half.
He does a lot of the stuff I'm trying really hard to get away from. Things that just messed up my life.
I guess all those murders don't help either.
Yeah, I could do without the murders and the end of the world. Listen, I need to get going.
Yeah, go. I think I'm good now. I hope.
Good luck. If it all goes well, maybe this is the last time we meet like this.
God, wouldn't that be great?
Just keep those lights on, okay?
Ça serait bien seulement si tu restes en vie. On balle pas trop. Et on enchaîne. Les boucles se font de plus en plus rapides. On va essayer de faire les 3 d'un coup. Tada! Chargement.
The fate of countless individuals hangs in the balance, threatened by the machinations of the Herald of Darkness. And yet, for a moment, the Champion of Light breathes a little easier. He has saved one life. For this moment, it is enough. And soon, perhaps, he can put an end to this.
La 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 la. Da na 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 na.
Returning to the observatory for what he hopes is the final time, the man feels anticipation and dread in equal measure. Soon, he knows, he will have what he needs.
On prend les devants. Est-ce qu'on peut utiliser... on peut fermer les valves. Prendre le contrôle des valves.
Hello, I was expecting
Ah.
you. I've already taken care of the imaging array, but you should still look into securing the primary coolant flow. With some luck, you may be able to light the area before these things even show up.
Ok, on gagne du temps, on gagne du temps. Et ça c'est le... l'ombre qui pète les plombs. Quoi ici? Ok, on peut tirer à travers le grillage. Tiens! Tiens! En ligne, comme à l'abattoir. Pef! Y'en a d'autres? Ah, de bouger là. T'es pas en train de l'éteindre là?
Very good. I believe we're ready to look into the sky.
Right there, Doctor.
Ah, du coup elle commence déjà à prendre le signal. Elle va le prendre du début jusqu'à la fin. On aura enfin le signal en entier. Finally. On va pouvoir ouvrir la caisse là, hein, qui est à 40. Pourquoi je m'embête? Bam! Dans le genou. Disparition. Ah, mais l'arbalète est plus balèze que... Ok. Que lance-fusée. Bon, le lance-fusée fait des dégâts d'AE. On va prendre celui-là parce qu'il est sur le chemin.
The film noir poster reminded me of Alex Casey, the detective's cool exterior never cracking even with the gun pointed in his face. In the back room, all the lights had been turned off, except for the lone spotlight which illuminated the bright red fire extinguisher on the wall.
Ah, hein, toute la lumière était... Sauf un projecteur qui illuminait l'extincteur rouge fixé sur le mur. Ah, il faut éteindre les lumières, c'est ça qui nous manquait. Ah, j'espère qu'il ne faut pas qu'on récupère toutes les pages. Nous on est mal barré. Le fusil d'assaut. Le fusil d'assaut. Tada. Ah mais c'est... D'accord, c'est carrément un pompe automatique. On va tester un petit peu. J'ai oublié, mais on a... Voilà.
This act of creation is exhilarating and frightening. Subtext and symbols loom eager to take effect.
Oui, mais putain,
Causality and consequence become domino chains that stretch into infinity. The more fundamental the change, the more unpredictable the variables become. Reality is too complex to control completely. Ordinary questions become meaningless. Who created who? What is really real? Everything is as real as everything else. You learn to let go of the things you can't control and go with the flow, or go insane.
Arrêtez de réfléchir, tout simplement. Mais... On se fait agresser par les voitures. Ah bah ça c'est embêtant ça. Pousse. Ah c'est les seuls mecs qui auraient été chiants à tuer à l'arbalète. Oui mais je viens de calculer, mais les fragments c'est ce qu'on récupère sur à l'observatoire. Genius. J'ai tellement de temps pour comprendre ça. Ah, un petit peu de téloge quand même d'abord.
This is what you look like. Does that bother you? I bet it does. I'm not just wearing your face, you know. It goes a lot deeper than that. There's a lot of you and me. All the best parts. At first, I was just an idea. But they kept telling all those stories about you. You already had that rep. And then you disappeared mysteriously. And then, the stories about bad, crazy Alan Wake came true. And here I am. That's the best part, isn't it? When that happens, you can always count on Cauldron Lake. I'm just as real as you are. And I'm the improved version. No fears, no doubt, no weaknesses, no self-deception here. I don't let anything drag me down. I know you like I know myself. I know it bothers you that I'm like this, that I use your name, crawl my way into your life. But I only do it because I'm better at being you than you ever were.
On va juste n'importe qui et faire le fou. J'avais pas besoin de détruire toute la vie de Alan. Pouette. Ah, ils reviennent alors? Pourquoi c'est quoi cette musique? Elle sort d'où? Pourquoi? Alors oui, ok, mais pourquoi? C'est quoi? C'est les anciens dieux ou c'est du ACDC ça? Est-ce que je me fais encore striker? Non, c'est pas du ACDC ça. Tu vas où? Les dégâts ce fusil. Défendez la zone. Ah mais les dégâts de super loin en plus. Dégage. Il y a bien un dingue avec une scie qui va me sauter dessus bientôt. Pourquoi ils m'attaquent cette fois alors que tout à l'heure ils n'ont pas attaqué? Ah bah voilà, les lumières sont revenues. Fallait attendre la fin de la musique. Allez vite là.
There I have it. But I wish these things would stop blatantly violating the laws of physics in my observatory. That's just rude. Are you alright?
I'll live.
I'm glad. I'll send the lift down to you. I remember our previous encounters very clearly now. But technically, if this really is a loop in time, we've never met before. I don't know why our awareness persists, but it's bloody fascinating.
Du coup, elle est moins en colère là, elle trouve ça fascinant maintenant.
Doctor?
You know, I know physicists who would give 15 years of their lives for a chance to experience something like this.
I'd imagine that being stalked by horrible axe murderers would curb their enthusiasm a little.
Clearly you've never met hardcore physicists.
I'm glad you're in such good spirits, but
Signal! Yes, it's completed.
Ah,
finally. If all goes well, this should be the last time we go through the loop.
est-ce qu'ils s'en souviendront?
I just realized that I don't have any memory of what happens after you leave. What does that mean?
I don't think it means anything. If everything goes well, you just keep going. I don't show up here like this again, no more bad guys. Things go back to normal.
Let's hope you're right. I'd love the opportunity to look into this in more detail.
Looks like you've accepted the situation.
I'm a pragmatist. If this is a delusion, at least my first psychotic episode is anything but boring. Really, Mr. Wake, at the end of the day, I'm a scientist. I love mysteries. I love not knowing. Whatever else this might be, it's absolutely fascinating. I wonder how far this reaches. Is everybody in the world experiencing this?
Who knows? I think reality's probably pretty fragile right now.
On l'a vu dans Contrôle.
Doctor, I can see you're very enthusiastic about this. I'd appreciate a bit of discretion.
Are you suggesting that we should suppress this?
No, you can do what you like, but I want you to leave me out of it.
But surely, with the things you know, the things you've experienced, you can replicate any of these results.
T'as vu comment c'est le
We
bordel
could be
actuellement là?
blunt. If you drag me into this, I'll deny everything. I'll lie like my life depended on it. And writers are damn good liars. Word of advice. This is things man was not meant to know territory. You get into this, chances are you'll open up a door into a world of hurt. Believe me, I know.
I see.
C'est un peu brutal effectivement. Qu'est-ce qu'on a maintenant?
In a strange way, he feels at ease. He is armed with his own words, and when the time comes, they will be enough or they will not. For now, he's content to let the currents take him toward the final confrontation.
La confrontation finale. Elle va encore être possédée. Selena va péter les plombs.
Once more, we return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing against
on commence de ce
the power
côté-là
that
cette fois.
pierce time itself, he doesn't show it. The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more, but cowardice is not among them.
On n'a pas besoin des clés? On est arrivé ici. Normalement elle nous file... Enfin on va récupérer les clés dans son bureau pour arriver à passer ce portail là. Si là on essaie de partir, il se passe quoi? Ah, let's go.
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
La violence du truc. Oula, mais calmez-vous. Ah, rendez-moi l'arbalète quand même. L'arbalète c'est vraiment le mode facile. Ah c'est fermé, évidemment. Évidemment. On se soigne. On ira la déposséder quand même. Avant de se battre. Ne pas oublier. Oh, le tir au pigeon. Battez 2 doubles d'une seule balle. Succès. Ça ressemblait fort à Trevor celui-là. Les munitions font défaut sur cette arme. Alors comment ça fonctionne ça maintenant? Comment on active? Vraiment que du pif ou c'est indiqué quelque part? Juste qu'il y a un point vert qui clignote rapido, c'est tout. J'étais à 2 doigts de faire péter le générateur, mais on va peut-être le garder entier, on a peut-être besoin. Yes, c'est pas grave. On a encore plein de life. Ah j'hésite à aller chercher l'arbalète quand même. On connaît ces passages par cœur. Ça c'est ouvert maintenant. Merci pour le coup de main. Et nous ouvrir le passage trop aimable.
You're never getting out of this, Wake. Never. Don't worry. I'll take care of your wife and your life.
Jamais. Ah c'est le retour de la musique. Troisième salve, on a de la musique, let's go. Ah c'est la musique des anciens dieux qui disaient qu'ils avaient quelque chose de magique et de divin. Bon bah voilà. Oh, c'est nul. On a testé toutes les armes je crois. Ouais, il y en a une dont on n'a pas connaissance, pourtant on a bien fouillé. Wow. Ah c'était ça la voiture que la barrière n'allait pas arrêter. Oh, il y a une page là-bas quand même. On va pas aller chercher, mais s'il y en a une qui est devant nous, on dit pas non. Serena et Monsieur Grincement encore.
When the dark man's eyes suddenly
Non,
locked
c'était Emma.
into Serena's, she flushed hot. They ignited a black fire in her. He was talking. He wanted the power turned off. He said something about the projector booth. She hooked a finger under his belt buckle. He grabbed a hold of her throat and twisted until it hurt. Somewhere deep inside, a part of her screamed in paralyzed horror, but the moan that escaped from her throat had no panic in it. Pay attention, he said. Business first. His eyes glittered shamelessly. Hers did too.
Allons l'aider. Avant de mettre fin à tout ça.
What? You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before!
T'inquiète, je gère. Ah, ça rend pas des munitions de lance-fusée, dommage. On a que 30 munitions de fusil. Ils sont largement moins agressifs que dans le jeu normal. Beaucoup moins énervés. Y'a quoi déjà ici? Oh, le canoncier. Est-ce qu'elle nous file une arme ou un truc comme ça si on la dépossède pour la 3e fois? Ah, elle s'en fout total.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the third part of our pre-recorded interview with Serena Valdivia and renowned photographer Alice Wake. So, tell me about the film.
It's called Sunrise, and it really wasn't something I ever thought of as an actual film. It was just footage, things I saw and happened to shoot. It's not a medium I'm very much at home with.
You shouldn't put yourself down. You've got a great eye.
Maybe, but experience is another thing.
Because you're primarily a still photographer.
Yes, exactly. So I'm really used to thinking of the world in terms of snapshots. I frame something and try to pick the right moment, and then reveal that moment to people. Moving images are a different story. I'm still learning a lot about it, to be honest.
So, this is a new thing for you?
Or maybe I'm just a slow learner. But showing it like this is definitely a new step for me. It's a little weird taking something this intimate and showing it to everybody. Not that the material itself is somehow shocking. It's just that those were private moments.
But that's why it works, because it feels genuine. It's not so much a story as it is a sort of an echo, showing us how you saw your husband at the time. It's not really about the sunrise itself or Alan watching it. It's about you two together.
I suppose. It's funny, looking at it now, especially now that it's been edited like that. It takes on a life of its own, almost.
Ah.
It's a kind of a fantasy.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, you're right.
Elle amène à Cauldron Lake, elle va nous redonner vie. Tiens!
Oh, hey.
I'm hoping I can put an end to this now.
You'd better. I really don't want that to happen to me again. It's like somebody vomited in my brain, like a sleazy movie that keeps looping in my head.
I'll stop this, I swear.
You know the part that's really screwed up? If you mess it up, it'll just keep happening forever, right? I don't think I can deal with that.
T'auras pas le choix.
I don't think of anything but.
T'auras surtout pas le choix. Bon, c'est bon. Mettons un terme à tout ça. Où sont les points de contrôle atteints? Toujours au même endroit? Casse-toi le biker. Oh, on a 4 endroits cette fois. Il y a peut-être un peu trop de monde pour l'arbalète ici. Et s'il continue à arriver tant qu'on n'a pas détruit la construction. C'est pas dit. Hop. Grenade! Kaboum, kaboum! Aïe aïe aïe, ça je l'esquiverai jamais. Ça ressemble à un rush final. C'est la dernière fois qu'on s'occupe d'eux. C'était juste ça, hein. Il va falloir que je les finisse. Oh, ils ont l'air d'avoir disparu. Okay. Donc là, il faut qu'on fasse comme d'habitude. Là, il faut pas qu'on se trompe.
Again, the champion of light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
Alors, c'était une heure avancée de la nuit. Let's go. L'été touche à sa fin. Le poster. La lampe. Et après il faut qu'on éteigne. Le film d'Alice était dans le projecteur. Et où le film? Il est là. Il y avait bien quelque chose avec le film au final. L'heure est venue. Le dénouement, la baston finale. En munitions, on a peut-être dû recharger. En tout cas, il n'y a plus les ombres.
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you...
Réécrivez la réalité pour la dernière fois.
Alan? Is it really you?
It's really me.
How? I love you.
I love you.
Oh, le cliché.
Are these actual events, or merely a dream? A memory, or a glimpse of what is to come?
Nice bring.
One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time.
Ah non.
And another place. Far, far away. From Night Springs.
Let's go! Nous sommes plus à Night Springs, c'est que ça a fonctionné. Mais on attendra bien sûr Alan Wake 2 pour en avoir le cœur net. Allez, on laisse un petit peu tourner avec les DMC, histoire de se faire strike. Je reviens. Allô? Le son est 15 décibels plus fort que le jeu, pourquoi? Ça ne va pas, non? Quel genre de volume? Désolé pour les quelques noms qui vont passer à la trappe, mais ça vous apprendra. Hop, 4. Voilà. Bonne surprise. Gameplay un petit peu beaucoup plus nerveux que le Alan Wake original. Beaucoup moins axé survie. Et les armes peut-être un peu trop fumées, les armes. Mais l'histoire était cool. Le principe des boucles était super cool. Narration quoi, toujours au top, bien sûr. Peut-être on regrettera le doublage français qui n'est pas présent dans cette version. Mais bon. Pour un spin-off qui était beaucoup moins cher que... Il a pas coûté 60 balles quand il est sorti, il était, je sais plus, les 30. Un peu comme un DLC hors en standalone quoi, on n'était pas obligé d'acheter le jeu principal pour pouvoir y jouer. Totalement optionnel, c'était quand même cool. Est-ce qu'on se teste une partie en arcade, voir un petit peu à quoi ça ressemble? Il nous reste du temps, on va faire ça off record. Ah, live action. Les vrais acteurs. Ilka Vili qui joue Alan Wake. Jonah Yarvenpa. Ils viennent d'où? Lori Kankanen. C'est des noms nordiques ça. Les DMCA, les DMCA. Lady MCA. Une scène post-crédit ou pas? Ah, c'est Barry. Qu'est-ce qu'il fout par terre? Vous savez, en demandant Al. BAM! C'était Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Des bisous YouTube.